Greetings everyone, my name is Andrew Nette and I am a technical writer and analyst at Link Digital. Joining me today is Iaroslav Pereiaslovets, Link Digital's Chief Operations Officer. He originally began working with Link Digital in 2012 and since then he's worked on and overseen the delivery of complex data management, portal creation and cloud hosting projects. He was recently in Wellington, New Zealand for DrupalSouth, the annual Drupal conference in Australia and New Zealand. And this makes it an opportune time to discuss Drupal, why it's a vital component of the open data operations of many organisations, and the upcoming upgrade to Drupal 11, what this will involve and what organisations can do now to prepare for it. So before we get to the details of the conference, can you briefly tell us what is Drupal and why is it important?
So Drupal is a CMS, so it's a content management system. So it's quite a popular CMS, not as popular as its rivals like WordPress, but it has its own niche and it is flexible and scalable, and at the same time it's like enterprise ready. So a lot of major websites that require a lot of content management use it, like the White House, the US White House website, and many others major ones use Drupal. So among those CMS that allows you to just scale and have like enterprise grade, very high quality sites, it's the most popular one.
As I said in the introduction, you've just been to the DrupalSouth conference in Wellington, New Zealand. Can you tell us a little bit about the conference and what some of the highlights of it were for you?
It's called DrupalSouth. So it's a Drupal conference for primarily Australia and New Zealand. That's why it's South, because Australia and New Zealand are quite far away from Europe and North America. So it has we have our own conference. Some people from Pacific join as well, from like New Caledonia and other Pacific countries or territories, and people just come together and discuss everything Drupal and related to Drupal. I think my highlight was 4.2 scale earthquake that I experienced in a high-rise building in Wellington. Just looked it up and it said it's a very minor earthquake. I could see the building moving and I could feel it.
Okay. Like any platform, Drupal has a release cycle, and 2026 is shaping up to be a pivotal year for anyone still running older versions of the software, with the upcoming release of the next major upgrade, Drupal 11. What's the importance of Drupal 11?
First of all, I would like to point out, so the Drupal 11 is currently out. So there is a new version of Drupal, which is Drupal 12, that is going to be released by the end of the year. It sort of aligns with usual Drupal's release cycle, and it will introduce some features and improvements and will run on more up-to-date dependencies and will allow you to upgrade to a more recent PHP version. And that will mean that once Drupal 12 is out, Drupal 10 will stop being supported. So all security updates will stop with Drupal 10. So that means that all people or all websites that are running currently on Drupal 10 need to be upgraded to Drupal 11 before Drupal 12 is out. Otherwise, it will be out of support. And obviously, in the age of AI, it's not safe.
Why organisations should consider upgrading to 11. What does the upgrade involve?
So the upgrade involved, first of all, updating the core to the latest Drupal 11 version and updating all the modules and their dependencies to their latest versions that are supported by Drupal 11. Maybe refactoring a bit custom code if there are any changes that are affected to ensure that everything is working.
Is it a complicated process?
It's not very complicated process. Drupal 11 is backwards compatible with Drupal 10, and also modules are mostly backwards compatible. So usually it's quite straightforward, but it does require some efforts to just test and ensure everything is working and maybe make some tweaks to make it compatible with Drupal 11.
I was looking at the program for the DrupalSouth conference and noticed that one of the major points of discussion was Drupal's role in digital sovereignty or control of people's data. What is the importance of digital sovereignty and how can Drupal help organizations achieve it?
Yes, so there were a couple of talks about digital sovereignty. So obviously, because of all the recent developments around the world, people are concerned about sovereignty and digital sovereignty as well. Drupal CMS being open source gives you pretty much all control. That means that you have the whole control. You can install it, you can customize it, and you can host it where you want. So you can host it inside your country. You can use some major cloud providers, or you can use some very local hosting provider, even host it on premises. So also because it's open source, so no one owns it. You don't have any licenses, and also you are free to choose any provider that you want that would help you to develop your website, and also you can even do it in-house if you have the expertise. So that makes Drupal very attractive from the point of view of like digital sovereignty.
Mm-hmm. Like every single tech gathering these days, DrupalSouth also saw a lot of discussion around AI. Can you tell us a bit about what the development of AI could mean for Drupal users?
So there were a lot of talks about AI. They were roughly divided into three categories. One is strictly for like content managers and UX designers, how AI can enhance user experience and help with content creation, content moderation, and things like that. So there are a couple of like modules that are available out of the box that help you with that. Like for example, there are some tools that help with content publishing. And the second category was about helping developers. So basically, there are a lot of AI tools right now that help you with coding and other things. So basically, there are talks that introduce a couple of those to help you just write your custom modules faster and use AI like at any stage of development. And the third category, which was probably the largest, so basically AI is not only helping Drupal website maintainers or owners, but also creates new threats. Right now, because of the AI, the security threats are much more immediate. The time span between vulnerability to be discovered and made public and then exploited shortened dramatically. That means that just keeping your website up to date might not be enough. You might need to proactively monitor for any vulnerabilities so that you're staying ahead, because they can be very easily exploited.
I mean, so AI also means that the idea of a static website is also changing, isn't it? I mean, we're looking at, and a static user experience is also shifting very quickly. Was that discussed at the conference?
Because Drupal is a content management system, right? So the whole idea of it is that it's not like a completely static website, and because it's unlike WordPress, it not only allows you to publish content easily and have some limited features, it provides you with some sophisticated sort of workflows and also the user experience like e-commerce, and also sophisticated searches and organizing your content taxonomy and just keep it up to date. And if you have a large team of content moderators, they can all work simultaneously and then have their workflow. So it's not really static per se.
Okay, but I suppose what I meant by that is that the users get one experience, but that experience will be basically can now be individualized with AI in terms of a website and the user experience on that website.
Yes, you're right. So basically that was part of the discussion. There are already like experiments and some modules that sort of play with this individual experience, and then suggestions based on your usage and, curation of the content and things like that. People are talking about it.
Okay. And in terms of organisations that are looking to do an upgrade to Drupal 11 in preparation for the next major upgrade, Link Digital can help?
Absolutely. So we have very, very deep and long standing expertise in Drupal, and we absolutely can upgrade your Drupal 10 or maybe even older website to Drupal 11. So Drupal 12 will be out by the end of the year, but because its dependencies, the major modules will not be updated immediately. There's always some lag, couple of months at least, so it won't be production ready probably until March next year, depending on when Drupal 12 is out. So the upgrades that are recommended right now to Drupal 11, because it will remain sort of the latest production ready version that is supported for some time.
Okay, Iaro, thanks for joining us today, and thanks all of you for watching. And if you're weighing up a Drupal upgrade, we can scope the work, assess your module dependencies, and deliver a migration plan that will prepare you for the December or the deadline later this year for Drupal 12. So message Link Digital today and we can talk through your options. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Andrew. Good to be here.